Hello, this is Angela, and I'm bringing you some prenatal yoga that you can do in your home whenever it's most convenient for you. So you have a nice comfortable place in your home. Maybe you have some pillows, maybe you have some yoga blocks. I'd recommend some cushions. If you can, elevate your hips up on the cushion so you're sitting comfortably on your mat. And just take a moment here to adjust and check in with a nice tall spine. Scanning your body, taking note of the areas where you're holding tension or stress, and then starting to slow your breathing as you inhale and exhale through your nose. Trying to deepen the breath, breathing down into the belly, feeling it expand, and just letting your thoughts be drawn inward. Feeling the sensations through your lower body, grounding, bringing you here to the present moment, and giving yourself permission to completely let go of the outside world. Using this time as an opportunity to reconnect to yourself, to connect to your baby, and just feeling your breath, all the qualities of it and how it sounds. Introducing a Ujjayi breath with a soft, gentle constriction at the base of your throat. And then bringing your hands to your heart, bowing your head. In this gesture to remain present and to honor this practice, the importance of it, and to devote this time to you. And just feel your breath and feel your heartbeat. You can release your arms down by your side. We're going to inhale to sweep them up overhead and exhale to soften your arms and your shoulders. Inhale, sweep up, lift your gaze, and exhale, relax down. Let's inhale and reach up. And as you exhale, take it over to a side bend, breathing into your waist, lengthening, releasing, and slowly coming back up to center. Let's inhale to sweep the arms up once again. And as you exhale, take it over to the other side. And just notice any resistance that comes up in the body. We don't need to push past it. See if you can breathe into it, back off if it feels better for you. And we'll slowly come all the way back to center. We're going to inhale to interlace the hands and reach them both up overhead. You can lift your gaze here, feeling nice and tall, and relax your arms back down. Let's do that again. Inhale and sweep up, lifting up out of the pelvis, out of your seat, and relax the arms down. And then roll your shoulders, just releasing any tension through the upper back and neck. Interlace your hands behind you and slowly begin to stretch out through the chest. Lift your gaze up. Breathing here. And release your arms. We're going to do a big circle here with the torso, really trying to soften through the back and the side body, almost feeling water-like here with your movements. That idea of flowing and invoking the element of water. Just nice and easy. And we'll come all the way back up to center. Then we're going to take a twist, so we'll bring one arm across to the outside of the thigh, the other arm behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to slowly twist around with length, taking your gaze all the way over your back shoulder. So try not to force the twist, just take it nice and easy. Go to a place that feels good. We'll go over to the other side, lengthening, and then twisting. Taking the gaze over your shoulder. And then we'll come all the way back to center. So take your time transitioning. You can remove the cushion from beneath you. We're going to come to our hands and knees in tabletop. With your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees maybe slightly wider than hip distance. And then you can gently sway your hips from side to side, just feeling your glutes, your outer hips, your low back. And then we'll come back to center. And on your inhale breath, we're going to come to a cow pose. Just checking in, seeing how the belly feels. As you exhale, we arch the back, tucking your chin and your tailbone. Inhaling once again to your cow pose. You don't have to let the belly drop too much, so check in, see how that feels, and exhale to arch. Good, one more time, moving through cow and cat, feeling a nice stretch through the back. And then we'll come to a neutral spine. So we're going to set our hands for downward facing dog, so shoulder distance apart, spread your fingers, curl your toes under and lean back, and we're going to lift knees and hips up. So make sure feet are a comfortable distance apart. You can pedal your legs out here, just slowly feeling length through the backs of the legs, making sure the back feels okay. You never have to completely straighten your legs. Couple more pedals here. If you need to come out of downward facing dog sooner, feel free to do so. But we're going to lower our knees down wide, bringing the big toes together. Sinking back into a child's pose, I would recommend supporting the forehead with a yoga block or a cushion. And then taking some time here to go inward, to breathe deeply into the back and the side body. And on each exhale breath, feeling your body relax, feeling your hips sink further back, and connecting to the ground beneath you. Try not to let the mind wander away. If it does, just bring it back to your body and your breath. Child's pose is a great pose to just let our thoughts slow. So if you're ready to, we're going to move back into our downward facing dog. And then we're going to step our feet forward. So bring them wide so there's lots of space for your belly. And then use your leg strength to slowly rise up to stand. We'll bring our palms together and exhale our hands to heart center. We're going to pause here in our mountain pose for a moment. So feet hip width apart, grounding down through your feet and your legs, connecting through the lower body, feeling strong, feeling the soles of your feet, and feeling tall out through the crown of your head. Let's join our hands together. On an inhale breath, we're going to sweep our arms and reach them up overhead. We're going to exhale, we're going to come to a half forward fold, so a nice long spine. Then as we inhale, come down to a deep squat. We're going to plant our palms and step our feet back, and then let your knees rest down onto your mat, so a modified upward facing dog or a cow pose, and take your hips back, curl your toes under, and exhale into downward facing dog. Then on your inhale breath, look towards your hands, step your right foot forward wide, and then your left foot, and inhale, slowly rise, use your leg strength, palms together, and then to your heart. Inhale and sweep your arms again. Exhale and slowly bow forward, just coming to half. Inhale, let's come down to the squat. Plant your palms and step your feet back. Let your knees come down. Feel your heart lift as your spine lengthens. And then draw the hips back, curl your toes, downward facing dog. This time we're going to step our left foot forward wide, and then our right foot. And use your leg strength. Inhale, slowly rise up. Just take your time, palms together. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, let's sweep the arms. Exhale and slowly bow forward. Inhale, come down to your squat. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back. Let your knees rest and then lift as you lengthen. Draw your hips back, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to your hands. Inhale, step your right foot forward and left foot comes forward. And inhale, slowly rise. And hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, slowly bow. Inhale, drop your bum down. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back. Let your knees rest as we lift and open up through the front body. Exhale, take your hips back, downward facing dog. Look to your hands. Inhale, step left foot forward and then right foot forward. And we'll slowly rise as we reach our arms up, palms come together. Exhale your hands down, back to mountain pose. Pausing to feel the body, notice what's happening there. Slow your breathing. checking in. And then we're gonna do some balancing, just a little bit here. We're gonna bring the sole of one foot to the inside of the opposite leg for tree pose. Grounding down through the feet and the legs and growing tall up through the crown of the head. It's okay if you're a little bit wobbly here. If you wish, you can reach your arms up towards the sky, feeling very strong through the lower body and drawing energy up from the earth, out through the fingertips. You can bring your hands back to heart center, and we're gonna switch over to the other side when you're ready. So feel the foot press into that standing leg, almost like you have roots down, like a tree, into the earth, and then growing from there. Feeling the strength that you have in your body. Bring your hands together and release down. So from the top of your mat, we can step back into a warrior one pose. So feet as wide as you need them to be with your back heel grounded, and then reaching your arms up. So connect down through your feet. Really feel your feet and the strength through your legs. Pausing here to feel tall with your gaze lifted. So bringing in that sense of confidence and reassurance. Good. From here, we can bring our hands down. Let's open our legs up into a warrior two. So now we're lining up our front heel to the arch of our back foot, extending our arms out into a T. And with your upper shoulders, your upper traps relaxed, really feel strong here through the arms. So extending out through those fingers. You're gazing right over that front middle finger. And then we're gonna reverse. So the back hand rests on the thigh, front arm lifts. Always feeling that strong connection down through the legs. Gazing up towards your hand. And then we're gonna bring that front forearm down to the front thigh with the palm turned up and reaching that back arm straight up above the shoulder. So no matter what our upper body is doing, we always feel that strong foundation in the lower body. Always connecting. And then we can move from our foundation and bring our arms all the way back up into T. Then just relax your arms down by your side. We're going to straighten that front leg and turn our toes to face the side for a forward fold. So we're going to lengthen with a long spine, we fold. If you have a yoga block here, you can bring it underneath of you. You could always just keep your hands in your hips or bring them perhaps to the floor or to the mat. As you maintain a long spine, we lengthen as we exhale, possibly folding. If you need to, you can soften the knees. Always checking in with the back and the back of the legs. Each time we inhale, we want to feel a long spine. And as we exhale, perhaps going a bit deeper. And we can move the block off to the side. Bend your knees as you rise. We're going to go over to the other side. So turning your toes out to the side, coming to our warrior two. So front knees bent, arms up into T. Once again, extending out through the fingers. And keep checking in to see if there's tension that is building through the neck, the shoulders, or the face, perhaps in the lower jaw. Continually softening. And then we'll take a reverse as we reach our arm up, lifting the gaze towards your fingers, still staying connected through our feet and our legs. And on your next exhale breath, you can bring your arms back into T position. And we'll bring the front forearm down onto the front thigh, just lightly resting as we reach the back arm up. Once again, lifting the gaze. So feel as though your feet and legs are sort of dragging towards each other. Taking some breaths here. And then we'll press back up to our warrior two. And you can relax your arms down or bring them to prayer position. We're going to pivot and step that back foot in a bit closer with the heel grounded for our warrior one on the other side. Gazing slightly higher than the horizon and feeling all that strength that you have in your body. Growing tall and confident. Pausing here to breathe. And you can release your arms down and step that back foot to the top. Good. We're now going to use your blocks or your cushion to support your hips. We're going to come down into Malasana, so a deep squat position. You can bring hands to prayer position, letting your elbows connect to the inside of your knees. You can close your eyes. And we want to connect through the feet, feeling them ground, with the tailbone extending back and a slight lean forward. You can take this time to go inward, to feel your breath, to feel your legs, perhaps noticing if baby is moving or baby is calm. Always coming back to our inhale and our exhale through the nose, nice and long and smooth. And then we'll slowly come out of the pose, tucking our feet underneath of us, tops the feet flat, just having a seat back down onto your block or your cushion, making sure the knees feel okay here. We'll just take a few breaths. Good. When you're ready to, we're going to start to transition out of this pose. So just take your time. And we're going to lift our hips. You can remove whatever you had underneath your bum out of the way. And we're going to sweep our legs around front. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch. You can take hold of your feet or your ankles, your shins, letting your inner thighs and groins, your hips soften as the knees fall out to the side. And if you want, you can take a hinge forward. So nice slow practice just to bring ourselves back, to bring some calm over our bodies. And just breathing deeply here, always checking in, always noticing if tension comes back in. And just scanning the body, from the crown of the head all the way down. You can bring yourself up. We're going to take one foot over to the opposite knee. For fire log pose, you can support the top knee with a block or with your cushion, lengthening through the spine. Take a moment here to check in with your outer hips and your glutes, and with your feet flexed, perhaps folding forward slightly. Taking deep breaths into any tension that you're noticing. If it feels right, you can fold forward a little bit further. Inhale into your outer hips. Exhale to release the tension away. We'll slowly come up. You can move your prop out of the way if you're using one. Take hold of the top leg to release it off. Take the bottom leg out. And then we'll switch over to the other side, using the prop once again if needed. Flex your feet, lengthen. And when you're ready, you can start to fold. You can also remain upright. Each time we come to our practice, our bodies might be a little bit different. It's really important to adjust and modify and listen. What are our bodies telling us? What do we need from our practice today? Maybe folding a little bit further forward. When you're ready, we'll come up, remove your prop, and take your top leg off, your bottom leg out. Give them a little wiggle, a little shake. We're going to bend our knees, keep your feet wide, lean back into your hands as you let your knees fall to one side and over to the other side. So nice and slow, keep pressing down through your feet as the knees move. And then we're going to take the legs wide to a comfortable position for you with your feet flexed. You can bring your hands behind your hips. We're going to lengthen. And then if you wish, you can fold forward. So just take note of the inner groins, the hamstrings. Hands can come in front if that's better for you. Taking some nice deep breaths. Anytime the mind wanders, just keep coming back. Perhaps folding a little bit more if that feels good. Not forcing the body. And we're going to stay as we are and come into a side bend, so reaching up and over as though you're reaching for your toes. And we'll slowly come up, and let's go all the way over to the other side, stretching out through the waist and the ribs, breathing into the side body, and slowly coming back up. And we can use our hands to bring our legs together, just doing some ankle circles here, stretching out the space between our toes. Just crisscross your legs. Let's do some wrist circles as well. Spreading our fingers. And then we'll pull our hands, fingers back, stretch out our forearms, flip them over, go the other way. And then we'll switch to the other side, pulling your fingers back gently and flipping over. And reaching our arms up, one last stretch here through the waist, over to one side and over to the other side as we prepare to come to our Shavasana, our relaxation time. And I would recommend, if you have limited props at home, to use the cushions that you have close by and come to a side lying position, preferably on your left. You can use one to support your head, perhaps one between your knees to support your hips and your back, and just settling yourself down into Shavasana. We're going to do a body scan today. This is a great way to check in and to truly relax the body, the physical tension that has built up. So letting your head feel extremely heavy into the support that you have beneath you. Softening around the brow area, the eyes, especially into the lower jaw. So letting your teeth and your lips part. And feeling the muscles all along the neck, along the spine. Feel them let go and release. And just let your breath be soft now. Allowing your pelvis to feel heavy as your legs and your feet relax. Be sure to soften through your hands and your fingers. And letting your whole body feel heavy. If you feel a baby move, just let your attention shift there. Or perhaps baby is also having their own Shavasana. As you relax your body, they relax theirs. Always coming back to your breath and coming back to the heaviness of the body and the earth beneath you. And in this moment, letting this be enough. In the stillness, feeling yourself rest, letting your body restore. Giving yourself strength and confidence to face any challenges that may come your way. Always coming back, always softening, always letting go. Yourself stay here a little while longer. And if the mind wants to go somewhere else, Keep coming back to your breath. Visualize your baby wrapped in a blanket of beautiful white light. This white light energy protects your baby, nourishes your baby, offers your baby love and comfort. And now feel this beautiful white light energy also wrapped around you, bringing you both together, also protecting you. And when you're ready, we're slowly going to start to come up. But if you wish to stay longer, feel free to do that. In a seated position, join your hands together at your heart and bow your head. I honor the place in you that is the same in me. I honor the place in you where the whole universe resides. I honor the place in you of love, of light, of peace, and of truth. I honor the place in you that is the same in me. There is but one. Namaste.